Community violence intervention sounds innocuous, but for anti-gunners, it's just another vehicle for gun control. Stick around and I'll explain how the Biden administration is using COVID funds for community violence intervention, or CVI, to pay for gun control in New York City on this week's episode of the Minuteman Moment. I'm Phil, and today we're going to dive into a dirty tactic the anti-gunners used to sneak gun control into President Biden's COVID relief bill. Back in March of 2021, the U.S. Senate passed Biden's COVID relief package called the American Rescue Plan by a process known as budget reconciliation. It's a process that allows Congress to reappropriate funds that isn't subject to the Senate filibuster, meaning it can pass with a simple majority rather than the 3/5 it normally takes in the Senate. The process is a little complicated and it comes with a lot of new rules that make it hard to enact substantive policy changes. Anyway, Senate Democrats are about to start the same process again to pass a $3.5 trillion spending package. This new spending package includes funding for all sorts of things, like amnesty for illegal aliens, the Green New Deal, and more enforcement for the powers of the IRS. How nice. But you can't find that text in what they're going to pass. If you read the resolution, there's just billions of dollars here and there listed for each agency. You have to dig through Bernie Sanders' supplemental memo to see how all the money is going to be spent. There, buried in the instructions for the Committee for the Judiciary, is our subject for today's video: funding for community violence intervention initiatives, or CVI. We won't know until it gets implemented by the agencies if this CVI will fund gun control or whether it's neutral towards the Second Amendment. The language is intentionally vague yet broad. For a little background, we can look back at the CVI contained in the American Rescue Plan that I mentioned a minute ago. In that legislation, the Treasury Department used $350 billion of the American Rescue Plan to invest in evidence-based community violence interventions. So let's see how those funds are being put to use. On July 12, 2021, President Biden met with law enforcement and local lawmakers to discuss ways to reduce gun violence.
I'm going to be asking them what they think we should be doing in the federal level.
One of the meeting attendees was the next mayor of New York City, Eric Adams. Before and after the meeting, Eric Adams told reporters how he was planning to use these new federal funds and what he planned to ask Biden to do about guns. So we actually have a pretty good idea of what went on in the meeting, despite the actual meeting taking place behind closed doors.
As I mentioned to the president and his team, and hearing that we're going to take a holistic approach to this, not only focus on the assault rifles, but also the handgun. The handgun is the real enemy of New Yorkers and really Americans. I believe for the first time we're going to see a coordinated effort between the president, the governor, the mayor, to go after the flow of guns in our city. We're going to see the remake of an anti-gun unit that's going to do precision policing, focusing on gangs and guns. We're going to have a coordinated effort to ensure our gun suppression unit receive the resources they deserve.
So, from the horse's mouth, New York City is going to use American Rescue Plan Community CVI dollars to refund their recently defunded anti-gun unit. That's right. New York City defunded their gun control police, and now your federal tax dollars are going to help enforce their gun control laws. In light of how New York City and likely many other anti-gun cities are using CVI funding to enact gun control, GOA needs to get involved. Gun owners must oppose Biden's CVI proposals until the administration demonstrates these funds will never be used for gun control, but they'll probably never make that promise. It's sad, but their goal isn't crime reduction. It's people and gun control. So please, pick up your phone and call the United States Senate switchboard. We'll put the number below. An operator will direct you to your senator's office lines. Tell your senator that you are opposed to the current budget reconciliation package and its CVI gun control. Then take action with the link in the description below. And you're only 2 clicks away from sending a strong, no-compromise message to both your senators, letting them know that their constituents are concerned and opposed to this bill. Anyway, that's it for today. Be sure to check out our other Minuteman Moment videos right here on YouTube or on the Warrior Poet Society Network.